Good evening, sort of, ladies and gentlemen. This is Awful Goodness, number 39. I know there's some shit going on. I made a title, but I'm fuking exhausted because I've been doing night shit. I'm your host, Midnight in Exile. With me tonight is my co-host, tonight, Permanent Daylight Savings Time, I don't know, is my co-host, Condor Yez, and our special guest, Mega Arts.
Hello there.
Jez kept saying since you've been gone before the show, so I had to open the show with that song. I actually like Kelly Clarkson. I think that her songs she performs good songs. I don't know that she writes her songs, but they are good. Did you think you'd ever hear me say that?
No, Mr. Goth Industrial Dwarf Man.
Yeah, but if you go and you listen to some of that goth stuff, like there is some poppy shit hidden in there. Oh yeah, that was not a shot. That was a burp.
If you say so.
We are like right in the middle of what is usually my sleep period now because I'm working like this shift that's 2 a.m. until 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This morning, I thought I was gonna hate the drive. It's an hour drive away from where I live right now, but I'm moving a little bit closer at the end of the month. I thought I was gonna hate the drive, and the first drive there, I loved it. I ended up loving it. I love the drive to work, even though it's longer than I want it to be. This morning on the way in, I saw a doe, a deer, a female deer. And I also saw a skunk. They were both alive. I didn't hit any of them. So, what's been going on with you guys?
Okay, it starts with late midnight.
Say that once.
Yeah, let's start with late, so midnight you're gonna start.
Oh, I just said what's been going on with me. That joke didn't work. You fucked it up.
Okay. What about you, Jess?
Well, I'm still alive, kicking around in Peru.
Oh.
You have the Rona. She has the Rona.
No. I probably got a cat hair up my nose. Well, I just took the little Mew Beastin to get a rabies shot, so in case she bites someone, she doesn't give them rabies.
I bet she's bitey, isn't she?
Well, she's still a baby, so she has a bitey phase. I'm trying to shove toys in her mouth so she knows not to feast upon human flesh. What else? I'm just chugging along, and I kind of found this there's like this weird lump on my back.
Oh, that sounds great. Are you gonna name it?
That I don't know. I'm going to go somewhere to get it checked out because I'm trying to be positive about it. It could be nothing, but I think my aunt was around my age when she had her first round with cancer, so.
What kind of cancer was it?
She had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Okay, well, that's not what you would be having if that, like, if the lump on your back is cancerous, it would be like skin cancer, right?
Possibly. Well, it's not. Usually, skin cancers are usually either like a mole or a like a sore, and it's just like a small roughly dime-sized lump under my skin. I can kind of move it back and forth.
That could be assist. That could be like I don't remember the term for it, but like oil in your follicle building up.
There's like no. It's not like a zit. It's just like a lump under my skin.
Yeah, it could
Maybe
still be. Yeah,
Oh,
it's fat as
okay.
far as I know. Well, it could be fat.
Possibly. That's
it could.
why I'm hoping that I'm trying to get into a doctor at my earliest convenience now that the corona and omicoof is tapering down.
But yes, do you hear the news? Putin pretty much got rid of COVID.
I know.
As soon as the fucking heat on Ukraine dies down, COVID's coming right the fuck back, and you guys.
I know. I just sent you the link to Bill
Unless,
Gates.
unless Xi Jinping moves to invade Taiwan.
I mean they were already talking about like the 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 World Health Organization was talking about like, oh, this Ukraine situation is the breeding ground for like all these sicknesses
Yeah.
that could get worse.
If they take a beating on Ukraine and then Xi moves on Taiwan, I could see them hit like doing another COVID round to distract from Taiwan.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
because
maybe they invent something different.
yeah, yeah, something like
Because I
that.
know when they were talking about the whole Ukraine thing, they were talking about tuberculosis spikes, and it's like, is this? And then you get to thinking, is the CDC going to accidentally unleash a variant of tuberculosis
Thank God
that
I'm
they've
white
been?
trash. We're immune to all that shit.
Yeah, same.
That like I think I wonder if a lot of the people that thought they had COVID, they just weren't white trash. You know, they were from the upper classes. I bet you there is a class skew in diagnoses. You know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah, I'm
Where it
sorry. I'm
skews.
trying to get the fat, greasy one in.
He's sleeping. He having dinner with his mommy.
Probably he's. Telegram says that he's online, but who
Mama,
knows?
me gusta paella, mama, papa.
Oh,
Gracias.
papaya.
I was, I was, I was, I was meant. I think I told him about like how the only woman he tolerates is his mother. I'm like, that kind of sounds like emotional incest.
Ew.
How's it
No.
called? Oedipus complex?
No. No. None of that. That's not happening.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Sure, yeah.
speaking of
I
things
said
that are,
emotional incest, not the
uh,
yeah.
where is it? Oh, there it is. So, Omega, you've been up to a few things.
Well, aside from that, when I'm not doing commissions or making sure my new customized PC works,
Yeah.
apparently I'm involved in this kind of bullshit.
How much did you spend on this new? I have to get a new computer because my laptop's fan shit the bed and I can't get the part, which is pissing me off because it's like a $15 part and I'd be fine. But I bought one and it was, I think that there was a amp matching problem with it. It probably wasn't exactly the right one, so it didn't work. So now my laptop doesn't have a fan. I bought an external fan, but those only work so well. So how
Mm.
much total did you spend for the components for your new PC?
Well, I hired a guy who gets the part, and also, if you want, they assemble it for you. Pretty much, I spent, I don't know how much is in dollar, but in pesos, it's around 18,000.
All right, let me do a quick conversion here. I'll see. Can you, like, at your leisure, can you email me your components list because I suck at parting out PCs.
I'm also suck at comparing PCs. That's the reason why I hired someone.
They didn't give you a list of the components they used?
I think they give it to me in the email. I'll have to look for it.
I mean, I'm not your boss, but I really appreciate it because I have to fucking.
Yeah, let me check my email later and I will send you the list.
I really appreciate
Well,
it.
also, you have to take in account something. When I asked this person about the components, he asked me, what exactly do you do for a living? What you want to do with this PC? And I told him, well, I'm a freelance artist. I do this stuff with 3D models. I want to do animations. I want to use this program. And based on that, he looked for the components. So it pretty much was done for an artist, not a gamer.
Fuck, I'm trying to use this calculator to see what the difference is. I think that your needs will be similar to my needs. I'll need a better GPU, but I think that my needs will be similar to your needs.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think, for example, I will be able to play Elden Ring at his full capacity, but for example, playing with 3D models, he'll be fine.
Okay, so you paid just under $900, so I should be able to get what I want for like probably maybe $1,200.
Okay.
That's good. That's a pain in the dick, but that's fine. I guess I'm gonna get a tower now. Just
Yeah, also another thing, I only play for the PC. For the CPU.
Are you using it right now, or are you?
No, I'm in the process of making a space because I have to get rid of the old CPU.
Yeah. So you've been up to something with the Japanese Imega. Would you like to read the account of your? This is your little diary entry that you posted on this weird site I've never seen before.
Okay. According to this, it says, "Be me. Uh, Rule 18 Mexican hentai artist. Si una musume, who is
What
an
is Rule 18? What is Rule 18?
I think that drawings that are for 18 people, 18-year-old people.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So
Like
apparently,
18 and over.
yeah, 18 and over. So apparently, according to this journal, I'm drawing horse girls, and I proceed to draw drawings of these horse girls, post them on Pixiv, and then apparently my art starts to get popular with the Japanese user base, since they are the ones who comment the most. Out of curiosity, Google translates some of them, and then I found out the whole Yakuza not wanting to draw those teenage horse girls. One thing is that since I live in Mexico, the Yakuza can't do shit to me. The very next day, the Yakuza hired hackers and hacked the laptop I used and deleted my Pixiv account along with my entire hard drive. The
What
older
is?
brother,
Hang on. What is Pixiv?
Pixiv is a social media platform to post
Okay,
art online. It's like the Japanese version of DeviantArt.
got it.
Okay, apparently, the older brother, who actually owns the laptop, is livid because he's part of a cartel, and his hard drive contains important information of the cartel. Older brother tells fellow cartel members what happened. They think
Don't
it's an okay.
don't say your older brother's name.
Okay, let's gonna call him only uh, Lalo Landa.
Okay, that works.
They think it's an unprovoked attack by the Yakuza. They proceed to track down the Yakuza hackers in Japan and send hitmen to take them off. The hitmen succeed. The Yakuza are livid because to them, this was an unprovoked attack by the cartels. Gang war imminent between two criminal organizations across the oceans. More fucking drawing me, teenage
No,
horse.
no, it's my face when.
My face went, sorry. When me drawing teenage horse TV sparked a war between gangs.
That's almost a comedy movie.
Yeah. It could
That
be
would
a very good
be a
manga.
hilarious movie. That would be a fun movie to shoot. You could shoot it like a Morris Paris.
Yeah,
Mm,
Amores Perros.
Yeah, I love that movie. The style of that, I love everything about that movie. So that's how I would shoot this movie. But you could also, what you could do is you could invert it. You shoot the Yakuza part like a Morris Paris, and then the Mexican cartel parts like whoever the big Japanese filmmaker is for that stuff. My brain is fried right now.
I don't know. I kind of get like a little bit of a Snatch vibe out of it, like
Yeah,
the Guy Ritchie
absolutely.
movie.
I mean, Guy Ritchie is kind of all of those things combined, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it works. I love Guy Ritchie movies. They're lots of
And
fun.
I want I want to see what's his name? Alan Ford as maybe the leader of the cartel.
Is that the old dude? Is that
Bricktop?
Bricktop? Yeah.
Yep.
You fucking cunt.
Oh, you fucking pendejo.
Yo, fucking cabrones. That's pretty funny, Omega. You need to stop causing international gang wars. You think you can work on that?
Sometimes I have powers that I cannot control.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. You know, I've talked about how like I grew out a good sized beard. I grew out a good sized beard, and people treat me differently because of it. I actually hate having facial hair. I don't want it. I want to get rid of it, but it has a certain effect that is interesting. People fuck with me less because of it.
It's
I don't
your
remember
dwarf
what I was-
energy. No one
Fuck.
messes with a tough dwarf guy.
Fuck you. I'll fucking jam a diamond up your left nostril. How do you like that?
That is such a dwarf thing to say.
You're such an asshole.
Many parents.
All right.
Many.
Fuck. Stop. Why? Why can't I just scrub to a time, you cocksuckers? There we go. That's better.
Is anybody there?
What?
Who's that?
What?
The other person.
That's a person. I'm gonna share a video. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I sound a little drunk. I'm not. I'm just exhausted because this is like the middle of my sleep period. But I wasn't gonna be able to go that long without doing a show, was I?
No.
No.
You love us too much.
Yeah. I'll be it'll be interesting to see how I squeeze these in when I move. I'll be staying with friends for a few months. It's the same friends I was staying with before because they're closer to where I'm working. So I'm getting 2 hours of my day back, which is great. Some interesting stuff has gone down at their house. I will suffice it to say that my friend's stepkids had decided that they wanted to live with their father because their father has, $1,500 gaming PCs for them and wants to groom them to be Twitch streamers. And that's what they'd rather do than do their house chores. Like cleaning up the cat box and taking out the garbage and all that shit. So they, 6 months, maybe longer ago, started provoking my friend into yelling at them so that they could record it. And it got to the point where one of the kids did this while he was yelling at them about not cleaning out the cat box with the bag of the cat litter with cat shit in it in his hand. And he like handed it to the kid and he's like, if you clean out the cat box, this would not exist. And he hands it to the kid and he's yelling at the kid and the kid smashes him in the fucking face with a bag of cat shit. And yeah. So of course he should have beat the shit out of the kid. I don't even think he hit the kid, but he grabbed him and shook him up. And so the kids have moved in with their father. I'm getting one of their rooms. But they fucking entrapped these teenage kids, not even 15 years old, entrapped an adult so that they could blackmail their mother into letting them live with their father. That's how far they went. Also that they could play more video games.
Oh, so remember when you told me how one of the kids is probably going to be like an opportunistic tranny or faggot?
A strategic
Jay?
homosexual.
Yeah. Well, I came up with another term, an an opportunistic.
Oh, that's pretty good. I see it coming, and I saw it coming like a year ago, more than a year ago. I was like, oh, I see something going on in your brain, kiddo, and it's not. What I'm seeing in your brain is not good. These kids could be lost forever. That's the sad part. Like when I was staying with them, kids are fucking weirdos and they're assholes, but I saw good in them, and I tried to, foster that. And so my friend was trying the same thing. They might be lost forever. They might never come back from pulling that type of shit. Like that's criminally deviant behavior.
Hmm. Well, the opportunistic one, the only path I can see him going is either be like the Buffalo Bill path or the 41% path.
No, he'll be loud and out about it so that he can use it for social capital and professional capital. That when it
Okay,
becomes
so bordering on the Buffalo Bill path, because inevitably that happens.
bordering on, he'll join a swim team.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
uh,
Tangentially related. We'll come back to swim teams in a second. Tangentially related.
Many tyrants and governments wanted to do it, but
Do you
his
see
name
that?
echoes.
Yeah, it sure fucking does, doesn't it? That this guy's name echoes so much he has 7 noses.
understood biology well enough, and nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. Neither the Gestapo nor the KGB could do it. But soon, at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We humans should get used to the idea that we are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals.
You son of a bitch.
That was from the opening of the Salty Cracker video. As long as people like this live, no, let me rephrase that. These people cannot live much longer. As a human species, we have to go to open kinetic warfare with these people. And
I mean, if your idea is to compare, where am I going with this? If your idea of a project involves you comparing it to the Gestapo and KGB, you better get a couple of raised eyebrows.
like, no self-awareness on that, huh, bro? No self-awareness whatsoever.
Funny how the Echoing Man likes to
They keep
bring
fucking
up the two of the most repressive groups in world history.
All right, I'm going to. This is a little bit long, but I'm gonna read. Have you guys read Snow Crash, Neil Stevenson?
I read the synopsis on Wikipedia just out of curiosity.
That's what I'm about to read. Hero protagonist is a hacker and pizza delivery driver for the mafia. He meets YT, short for yours truly, a young skateboarding courier who refers to herself in the third person, during a failed attempt to make a delivery on time. YT completes the delivery on his behalf, and they strike up a partnership gathering intel, selling it to the CIC. Within the metaverse, Hero is offered a data file named Snow Crash by a man named Raven, who hints that it is a form of narcotic. Hero's friend and fellow hacker David views a bitmap image contained in the file, which causes his computer to crash, and David to suffer brain damage in the real world. Hero meets his ex-girlfriend Juanita Marquez, goth chola, big titties, who gives him a database containing a large amount of research compiled by her associate Lagos. This research posits connections between the virus, ancient Sumerian culture, and the legend of the Tower of Babel. Juanita advises him to be careful and disappears. Maybe I should change my name to Hero Protagonist. The Mafia boss, Uncle Enzo, begins to take a paternal interest in YT. Impressed by her attitude and initiative, he arranges to meet her and offers her freelance jobs. Hero's investigation and YT's intelligence gathering begin to coincide with links between the neuro-linguistic viruses. Okay, guys, do you remember how I've talked about language as a virus before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't where I got this idea. I got the idea from William S. Burroughs, but this is where it really started galvanizing that. This book really started galvanizing that idea in my brain. And it probably played a role in my obsessing over ancient religions when I was in college. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. Hero's investigations and YT's intelligence gathering begin to coincide with links between the neurolinguistic viruses, a religious organization known as Reverend Wayne's Pearly Gates, and a media magnate named L. Bob Reif beginning to emerge. Lagos's research showed that the ancient Sumerian language allowed brain function to be programmed using audio stimuli in conjunction with a DNA-altering virus. A DNA-altering virus. Why not a DNA-altering vaccine? Sumerian culture was organized around these programs, known as May, which were administered by priests to the populace. Enki, a figure of legend, you guys know who Enki is, right? From
Yeah.
Okay. A figure of legend developed a counter virus known as the Nam-Shub of Enki, which when delivered, stopped the Sumerian language from being processed by the brain and led to the development of other less literal languages, giving birth to the Babel myth. L. Bob Reif had been collecting Sumerian artifacts and developed the drug Snow Crash in order to make the public vulnerable to new forms of May, which he would control. You know, it's like they got the religion wrong. They got the religion wrong. Not Reverend Wayne's Pearly Gates. Rabbi Shmuley's Golden Ark. Oh, smart. L. Bob Reif had been blah, blah, blah. The physical form of the virus is distributed in the form of an addictive drug and within Reverend Wayne's church via infected blood. There is also a digital version to which hackers are especially vulnerable, as they are accustomed to processing information in binary form. Hero heads north to the Oregon coast, where the raft, a huge collection of boats containing Eurasian refugees, is approaching the west coast of the United States, probably more like the southern border. The center of the raft is L. Bob Reif's yacht, formerly the USS Enterprise nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. That's funny, I've done shows on that. Reif has been using the raft as a mechanism to indoctrinate and infect thousands with the virus and to import it to America. YT is captured and brought to Reif on the raft, who intends to use her as a hostage, knowing her connection to Uncle Enzo. With help from the Mafia, Hero fights his way onto the raft and recovers the Nam-Shub of Enki, which Reif had been concealing. With help from Juanita, who had previously infiltrated the raft, the Nam-Shub is read out and Reif's control over the raft is broken. Reif flees the raft, taking YT and his mercenary Raven, attempts to activate the digital form of Snow Crash at a virtual concert within the metaverse. Hero is able to neutralize the virus, and YT escapes at Los Angeles Airport. Raven ambushes the Mafia and fights Uncle Enzo to a stalemate, though both men are severely injured in the process. While Reif is killed as he attempts to flee the airport on his private jet. YT is reunited with her mother, and Hero and Juanita reconcile and agree to rekindle their relationship. Doesn't this all sound like a science fiction version of what's being prepared for right now?
Yeah.
At this point, the line between fiction and reality is very thin.
The whole concept of using excuse me, technology and virology to control people, man.
What Mew?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a feeling something like that is going on. Oh, there we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet hydration. Now, back to swimmers. Oh, there we go. Oh, God, this picture is great. I got some swimmers for you. Whose chair was that? Imega?
Yeah, it was my.
Did you just shart on air?
No, I think that the chair did it.
Oh, okay. Well, uh, like, no, fuck off. This picture says it all.
Yeah.
The problem is these girls don't have the fucking balls to come out and say, this dude does not belong on our team. He's full of shit. And they should. This is female cowardice made this possible. Female desire to be loved by everyone made this possible. So only females can fix this. I can't help you guys.
Well, to be fair, Midnight, you need to
Yeah.
have balls.
Yeah, there's a report of one girl who spoke out, but I guess it's buried.
What do I need to do, Imega?
No, those girls don't have the balls to do that.
Well, then they can live with it.
Yeah.
I don't have any intention of helping anyone who will.
Over here.
Swimmer Leah Thomas beat 2 Olympic medalists amid protests to make history as the first trans athlete to win an NCAA title. And here are the other girls on the swim team. I mean, this is clearly they hate this dude. Clearly they hate this dude and want nothing to do with him. But they don't have the fucking balls to say it.
Literally, they don't have the balls to say it.
Leah Thomas, the transgender University of Pennsylvania swimmer who has faced a media storm over her switch from men's to women's competition, made history as the NCAA's first ever trans champion in Division I. During this week's NCAA championships in Atlanta, Georgia, man, I am fucking fried. The 22-year-old senior secured his first NCAA championship victory as protesters rallied against his participation just outside the venue. Thomas finished the 500-yard freestyle final just over a second faster than second-place finisher Emma Wayant, while Olympian Erica Sullivan touched the wall next for the final spot on the podium.
Question.
Yeah.
Isn't Georgia the state where this black woman, the one that they say is Fat Albert, is located?
Yeah, that's not Stacey Abrams.
Yes, Stacey Abrams.
Oh.
Yeah, and she got a guest spot as President of Earth.
Yeah, I saw it.
On Star Trek STD, which is a fitting title anyways.
That shit tells you what this is all about to people like that. Like, people active in politics really shouldn't be doing that stuff. I don't think that that's appropriate.
Well, Trump did it for many years, so
he did it before he was president. He did it before that was before he ran.
So they shouldn't do it as long as they are in positions of power.
Like active as politicians. Stacey Abrams, Stacey Abrams is actively participating in our government. So
yeah,
I don't think that that's but the thing is, to dummies like her, this is all about getting on TV and everyone telling her they love her. This is all that weird, like she was the fat sticky chick that no one liked. And this is her making up for that and feeling valid. She doesn't give a shit about anything but that. That's what she cares about.
I think the concept of validity really ruined society.
Oh, did it? You are absolutely correct about that.
What concept?
Validity, like, oh my god, you're so valid. Oh my god, you're trans, you're so valid. Oh my god, you're a pansexual donkey horse. Oh my god, so valid.
Donkey horse.
Listen, Jez, I've talked to you about how my feelings for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop defaming her like that.
What, Harlem girl?
Fucking Westchester girl.
What,
do you guys remember
what, should I apologize by giving her a couple sugar cubes?
And an apple.
Juicy carrot.
I'm surprised that AOC didn't have a cameo in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Oh my! There's something about it. Do you guys? This is a very old video, but do you guys remember there was a video that was popular for a while that was like, "Are you that white nigga from Westchester?"
No.
Never heard of it.
All right. There was it's an older like YouTube video where this dude was like pretending to be a troon, and he was saying, "I need me a white nigga from Westchester." Because Westchester is like the rich town just north of New York. I used to do gigs there all the time, and it is absolutely fucking rich town.
Right.
That's where Sandy's from. Speaking of which, I guess another woman that I should not fucking be attracted to. Why am I like this? Whoa, something just popped up and I don't know where. All right, I gotta get this link. Why am I like this? This is I don't know if I consider this a flaw, but I am often attracted to women that I should not be attracted to. Is it like the male version of the bad boy thing?
Maybe.
Or maybe you're a sadist.
Maybe.
The masochist.
Yeah, masochist.
I would absolutely smash Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez without hesitation. I mean, I'd need to know that she wasn't going to pull some sort of nonsense afterwards, but given that, I would keep her in a cage in my basement indefinitely.
No.
President of the United States were to get
There it is. All right. And here's another one. Here's another one.
You want to smash that?
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I do. Same
I
condition.
bet she probably just lays there.
Not when I'm at work.
If a president, 79 years old, president of the United States, were to get COVID, might be more serious than, somebody in their 20s.
Well, we don't know that, but we also know that COVID impacts people of all ages and a range of. But when we take what we do here, Jen, is not exactly as you said. So I wouldn't agree with your description there. I would say we do take extra precautions.
I'd have fucking activated that remote shock collar like 20 times already.
But it is true though. Younger people are more prone. Well, younger people, if they're not more obese, have a better chance of beating the coof than an old man.
I'm an old man, and I'm pretty sure I beat it in 4 hours a couple of weeks ago.
No, I'm talking about like 60s, 70s, 80s.
I mean, I'm close to that. I'm not far from that. And just following up with, as Jez described, the fire crotch cunt.
Yep.
She is fucking. I mean, look at that. That says a lot. That look on her face says a lot.
And if I may, you asked about Hunter Biden's laptop. You also, in October 2020, dismissed it as Russian disinformation. Do you stand by that assessment?
Again, I'd point you to the Department of Justice and Hunter Biden's representatives. I'm a spokesperson for the United States. He doesn't work for the United States. Go ahead. Go ahead and okay, we'll do the last one here.
Thank you, Dan. I actually have two cases.
That is when they dodge, it's a tacit admission that they're wrong and they can't, like that's a tacit admission that they're wrong and that they're engaging in mental gymnastics. It's infuriating. It's infuriating when they do that shit. Oh, and here we go. This is an article from, did we already cover that? So we know the laptop's real and everything on it is real, is actually there. Him smoking crack, probably him banging minors, definitely him banging hookers.
Well, I saw on my Twitter feed that someone allegedly posted a photo and it showed like a questionably young girl in lingerie.
Ooh. Oh man, wood chipper. Wood chipper is the only
Yep.
solution.
Fire up
You
the
know,
wood chipper. Brrr.
talking about wood chipper, you heard about this guy, Damon Mills?
Oh.
I know that name. What happened?
You know who he is.
I can't remember. Dude, I'm fried. Remind me who he is.
He
Okay,
voices Frieza.
he's the current voice of Frieza in Dragon Ball.
Okay, that's okay. I probably heard that name on Nick Recada's stream, but I
Yep.
do not know anything about Dragon Ball. I tried watching it years ago, but they have so it was made to have so many fucking commercial breaks that it's like 30 seconds of cartoon commercial break, 30 seconds of cartoon commercial break, and I just couldn't keep up with it.
Oh, come on. Well,
I know.
apparently this guy, Damon Mills, who is a good friend of Monica Rial and Jamie Marchi, turns out to have molested a boy a long time ago.
Anybody on this stream surprised by that?
Nope. But then it turns out that the kid who accused him suddenly walked back his comments, retracted.
Why? Because Damon hired a lawyer, and the lawyer sent this person an cease and desist letter.
Okay, so if I was someone that was assaulted in that way, and I levied a public accusation, and they sent me a C&D, I'd double down. I'd say, "How about you suck my dick, faggot, like your client did when I was a minor?" That's what I would do. So that he retracted makes me think the claim could be dubious.
Or probably the other guy, Damon, had some dirty stuff about this person.
Or the kid was just afraid. That's possible.
Yeah, that's also possible.
But if you're really a victim, don't ever let them C&D you. Deal with the consequences of it. Double down on it. If you're really a victim, do not ever surrender.
Yeah, that's true. But as many people point out, after the news broke out, both Monica and Jamie Marchi pretty much stayed silent. Didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Do you think that people like Monica and Jamie Marchi are cognizant that a person like that is a pedophile?
I think they are aware.
Yeah. Do you think that they support that, don't care about it, or are like, I wonder that they've deluded themselves into thinking that isn't true? Because I've noticed a lot of people in that world just don't want to believe that the people that they like or support or associate with are doing those things. Like, I know lots of actors who just refuse to believe that Kevin Spacey is a pedophile.
Yeah. Maybe it's an open secret.
Or maybe they knew all of them are like that.
I don't know. I don't know how you would sleep at night. I don't know how you would sleep at night. If someone in my professional circle was guilty of that, I would have put them in a fucking wood chipper.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out a second. I'm gonna eat something and I return back.
Okay. I would like 2 steak soft tacos, a crunch wrap supreme, and this is like a 2 Corona day.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but as far as I know, we have Italian food.
Fuck you.
I'm coming right up.
Okay. Speaking of which, today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Thursday was the day of my people.
Well, that and in mine and Canales' circle, it was Kurtmas.
What's Kurtmas?
Kurtmas happens on March 17th, where we celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Kurt Russell.
Oh, that's pretty good. Nice.
And on March 16th, during the night, You sell out a shot of whiskey and a pack of American Spirit cigarettes. And if they're gone by next morning on Kurtmas, March 17th, that means Kurt Russell has visited you and you are blessed with ass kickings to your enemies for the whole year.
So if you and Canales set up like an infrared camera or a night vision camera to catch Kurt visiting you, you know what you'd see.
Yep.
You'd see me sneaking towards it. Those are two of my favorite things. Cigarettes and whiskey. Woohoo!
And I can't wait to unleash this knowledge on our progeny.
Speaking of, we'll watch the video. I actually have the video for one of your links. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. I want to work for this guy. If I could work for this guy, it would replace anything else that I considered my life's work. I know homo love this man.
Okay, she's gone.
What is she's gone mean?
Oh, Luna was kneading on my neck. That's her new thing now.
She thinks that it's her place to snuggle and sleep.
Yeah. But she's gonna be mad at me because later I have to go back over by Vaughn's because he's having like a practice with his band.
Nice.
I'll take video.
Oh, nice. Have you been learning any new guitar stuff with them?
No. But maybe tonight I might.
Nice.
Plink a little things out. I'm more of a singer.
I always think that it's better to start learning songs with bass because, especially with metal, like you do get complex bass lines in metal, yes, but like generally speaking, you can pull off the bass part of any metal song, most metal songs, without getting too crazy.
And Vaughn is a bassist, so.
All right. This is one of the greatest Americans ever to walk the face of the planet.
Managing the Kentucky Fried Chicken place today. She's in our county jail. And we don't serve finger-licking good chicken there. The victim has been turned over for services. Then we have Daniel Peters, 66 years old.
Oh.
He thought he was coming for a girlfriend experience, kind of a date. He went on an escort site. Oh, can I show you the other picture of Daniel Peters? This is the Honorable Daniel Peters.
How interesting how
Who's
this
a
is.
retired judge from Cook County, Illinois.
Did you catch where he's a judge?
No.
Let's back that up a little bit.
This is the Honorable Daniel Peters, who is a retired judge from Cook County, Illinois.
Oh, interesting.
Now, where do we remember Cook County, Illinois from, Jez?
Ooh. The Beetlejuice?
Probably, but not. That's not what I'm talking about. Recent news, polar vortex.
Okay.
He just got out of jail after 5 days in jail.
That famous French actor, Jussi Smollett.
Yeah. His case was Cook County. In case we were wondering the type of people that staff that fucking county. This might explain why Juicy Smollett got off, because people like this, compromised fucking people like this, run that county. Interesting, isn't it?
Very.
Or the dishonorable Judge Peters
I love this
from
fucking
Cook
guy.
County.
Burn.
Yeah.
And when we were doing our follow-up investigation to validate all of this, what did we find out? He also retired from the Cook County Sheriff's Office, according to him. That's right. He said he was a special assistant in legal affairs, and he worked, are you ready for this? In the Office of Professional Regulations, where he was the director. You're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding you. As my old daddy would have said, that's a known fact. He said, quote, I've been on the other side of this. Well, I'd like to ask him today, so which side do you like best? Now that you have been the prosecutor, you've been the judge, you've been at the state attorney's office, and now you're the defendant. So we locked him up in the county jail.
You think any Soros money went into making him a judge?
Maybe a few $100.
The best thing to come out of this is this fucking sheriff. He's great. He's great.
He's based.
I want more like him in our government. This is the type of guy that legit exists to serve the people in his career. We need more of them.
Yeah, we need more good old boys.
I'm not as good a person as this guy is, but boy, would I love to work for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, let me get that back. Because that is the type of guy who can rebuild after guys like me destroy the bad.
He said, quote,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of bad guys, speaking of fucking faggots, let's see. How do we do this? Do we got this like this? Okay, that'll work. Speaking of fucking faggots, not intercourse with faggots. I mean, it's a modifier. I haven't watched this video yet, but this is absolutely fucking green screened.
Yeah.
This is without a doubt green screened.
You want to hear something funny before we start?
Yeah.
I saw a post that said that all the little Khaleesi's are gonna get a little brother named Zelensky. Meaning that a lot of stupid women are going to pop out baby boys and name them Zelensky.
That so many people fell for this fucking meme tells you that the hacking has already happened. How are you this fucking stupid, people? More people got by the Ukraine thing than got by COVID.
I know. I swear to God, if I see another Ukraine flag on something that's not directly from Ukraine, I'm going to personally nuke that country myself.
Oh my God, it's so insufferable. It's insufferable. All right, let's see what this faggot has to say. Oh, he ain't saying nothing if I don't.
Добрий вечір всім. Зазвичай в такі дні ми говорили.
Fuck, there's no subtitles.
А зараз говоримо, війна прийшла.
Let's make up our own.
Ми точно всіх
I
переможемо.
want a lot
Hi, my name is Volodymyr Zelensky.
Дня
I
урядовців.
think Putin sucks
Для повного-
cocks. He's such a goy.
I'm intentionally deepening my voice so that I can sound like the Irish. You know, we like to pretend that we're the Irish. George Soros gave me lots of cocks and lots of blow, so I'm going to say whatever he tells me to say. I'm a good actor. I'm a good actor. Right now, I'm acting like the replacement act leader of the free world.
Mm-hmm. And Putin, he's such a bad guy. He wants to kill 6 gorillion of us. He's even killed 6 gorillion in the Donbass region. And it's like, oy vey, it gets me so verklempt to think about the 6 gorillion in Donetsk and Lugansk.
Can't you tell I'm on the front lines? This is totally not a green screen, guys.
Yeah, goy. And if you say that I am in front of a green screen and not on the front line and call me a liar and a fake, you're being very anti-Semitic. Because you gotta think about the 6 gorillion in the Donbass region. And now they're killing 6 gorillion more of us here in Ukraine.
Every day.
Every day. 6 gorillion Ukrainians die to the Russian Goy missiles.
What did I miss?
Oh, you missed us. You missed us committing another show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check real quick and see if this thing has subtitles. Oh, it does have. Okay, I got some subtitles here.
Aw.
Go. Audio out. Great. All right. I don't know how much of this guy's fucking voice. His voice is so clearly like he's faking it deeper than it really is.
Omega will have to just watch the replay.
You'll love it.
Maybe he used a voice act.
Well, I mean, he is
a comedian.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
Echo.
Зазвичай в такі дні ми говорили, прийшла весна. А зараз говоримо.
So I've heard rumors that he's just on a total fucking coke binge, hiding out in Poland, and I don't find them hard to believe.
Yeah, I also hear that.
And look at his eyes right now. Those are some pink fucking eyes.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's a green screen.
Oh, that's absolutely a green screen.
Yeah, he must be getting that primo Turkish hash.
There's no movement in the lighting, so it's like a still image. Let me just see. Yeah, there's zero movement in the lighting. That's a still image. That is my professional opinion.
Але все одно ми точно всіх переможемо. Тому що
really, will you?
Вільні
You'll
народи
defeat everyone no
вільної
matter what.
країни.
You're not free people of a free country. First of all, Ukraine is barely a country. Some argue it isn't, and it's not an unreasonable argument. And you're not free. You're owned by Soros and the Clintons, faggot.
Протягом дня урядовці опрацювали рішення для повного перезавантаження митниці. Вантажі для нашої оборони, для наших людей будуть завозитись в Україну настільки легко, наскільки це дозволяють закони фізики. Перебираємо абсолютно всю бюрократію, всі папір.
Oh, they've eliminated all bureaucracy, so that means there's no more government. Now they've just got fiat of tyrants.
Basically.
It's like the most fluid martial law possible.
Oh man, during our riff, we should have put something in about those Azov battalion guys. And we swear to God they're being funded by the Putins, not us. No way.
Мито, всі митні платежі. Мета абсолютно зрозуміла, щоб людський фактор не заважав швидкості постачання товару.
You fucking gotta be kidding me. Their goal is to
speedy supply of goods.
You understand what's going on? This is all supply chain talk. Their goal is to prevent the human factor from hindering the speedy supply of goods. They are test marketing what they intend to do globally. Ooh, lad. I hope other people see that.
Which is robot.
No. I mean, bureaucratically, administratively, they're removing all the barriers. Yeah. So robot trucks are not going to fucking happen. I don't even think they're going to happen in your lifetime.
Вони дуже необхідні саме зараз. Голова Верховної Ради України Руслан Стефанчук та профільні комітети працюють над тим, щоб новації були підтримані і нашими депутатами. Я наголошую, це
When they say to ensure the support, what he means is to ensure compliance.
рішення, яке необхідне для оборони держави, для підтримання нормального життя у період воєнного стану. Я дуже хочу порадити окремим депутатам.
I urge certain MPs not to speculate on this issue. Don't think, just comply. It's in the interest of national defense. Don't think, just comply. Take out the human element. Just comply.
Just comply, Goy. Trust us.
Don't ask
We know
questions.
what's good for you.
Holy shit, man. Anyone who doesn't see this is a liability.
Не спекулювати із цим питанням. Це для нашої держави, а не для влади чи для опозиції. Ми всі повинні працювати у єдності на нашу Україну, наших людей. Піаритись будемо після перемоги. Ще один важливий напрямок урядової роботи – це допомога українцям, які були вимушені залишити свої домівки.
The only reason I don't support Putin dropping a fucking nuke on Kiev right now is that there's a whole lot of evidence against Biden in Kiev.
Yeah.
If it weren't for
Yeah.
that, I could drop it. Fucking turn that place into glass. I'm sick of this shit. Hit Davos while you're at it, bro.
Через бойові дії. Я доручив Кабінету міністрів України розробити комплексну програму підтримки таких людей, наших громадян, усіх, хто позбавлений, на жаль, дому через війну. Вже маємо контури цієї програми.
They're deprived of home because you hid your fucking armaments in their apartment complexes. You fucking faggot.
Програми перший компонент фінансовий, державна підтримка для усіх переміщених осіб, дорослих
State support for
та
all
дітей.
displaced
Державна
persons, they're going to put them on UBI. They're going to put them on UBI. They're going to test market UBI in Ukraine. Holy shit,
Yeah.
they're going to market UBI in Ukraine. Oh my fucking...
That's probably how they're going to get all the refugees back. Say, hey, we got your free money. Come get your free money. Come back. Get your free money.
They're going to test market streamline brain fried. They're going to test market streamlined supply chain and UBI in Ukraine if they don't get housed by Putin, which I hope they do.
підтримка робочих місць для таких людей там, де вони тимчасово перебувають, щоб кожна наша людина, щоб кожна наша родина мали основи для життя. Другий компонент – житловий. Уряд готує конкретні пропозиції по наданню житла для
Housing.
вимушених
It's like
переселенців.
permanent
Саме за
Section 8. Mega, do you know what Section 8 is?
It rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
In the U.S., we have a thing called Section 8, where if you're on welfare, I think you get a voucher or something. I've never gotten it, so I don't know specifically how it works, but it's essentially reduced rate. So you only pay like $200 a month for rent or something like that. Yeah, they're rolling out general subsidized housing.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody who watches this stream, if you don't understand what you're seeing, go fuck yourself. It's like we're past the point where the slows can be fucking caught up. Everyone who does get it, get ready, guys.
зараз, а також організовує відбудову зруйнованого житла по завершенню війни.
Now we have an outlet for money laundering into Ukraine under the guise of reconstructing destroyed housing. They're probably going to use the Haiti model.
Like that worked out for them.
Yeah. Well, interesting enough, the Haiti model made it possible for Haitians to be massive victims of human trafficking.
Huh. Oh,
Ukraine is already primed for that.
yeah. And you know what? Somewhere buried in all my likes that I've accumulated since our last show, I had something about like a pastor who helped out in Haiti and was like tight with the Clintons just got busted for abusing one of his kids, and 2 of his kids were adopted from Haiti.
Yeah, lots of abused kids out of Haiti. Haiti was, it was like a fucking exploiter's wet dream, and they went to town on that island. And Clintons did it. Their associates are all over that.
Третій компонент, не менш важливий, це підтримка родин, які розмістили у себе людей з території бойових дій або тимчасової окупації. Як мінімум, вони отримують відшкодування витрат.
Where are they going to get that money? At minimum, they will be reimbursed for the cost of utilities. Where are they going to get that money? This is all staging for UBI in Ukraine.
Goy, listen to me, Mr. Zelensky. There's going to be reparations from Putin.
Holy. Yeah. Yep. You called it. I think you're right.
На комунальні послуги, пов'язані з перебуванням переселенців. Прем'єр-міністр України Денис Шмигаль найближчим часом роз'яснить усі деталі конкретно такої комплексної програми підтримки.
Yeah, I mean, we get the idea of what's going on here. There's a theory, and I don't think it's totally insane that Putin is playing a part. I don't think it's in line with what I know about Putin's personality. He's too egocentric to be someone else's puppet, but who knows what kind of deal they offered him. It's possible that this is all the same machination. Either way, dropping a nuke on Kiev wouldn't be a bad idea.
I mean, I don't like nuclear war either, but sometimes things just gotta happen.
I mean, do you really dislike it though, Jez? Do you really?
Well, the thing is that there's going to be so much collateral damage.
You know, I'm just saying, it could get really interesting. Haven't you ever wanted to live like a Fallout Raider?
Maybe.
All right. Woohoo. This is from Majid Nawaz. We all know who Majid Nawaz is.
Yeah.
Melinda Gates. Didn't Melinda Gates recently come out and say that she divorced Bill Gates because he loved Epstein's Island too much?
Oh, really?
I never heard anything about that.
I think it was this week. I think it was this week that that Melinda Gates came out and said that she divorced Bill because of his predilection to visiting at Epstein's Island.
So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
With her face.
She's like, oh my God, what did I get into?
The next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
She could murk him right here. So she goes into the wood chipper with him. She didn't handle it. There is no forgiveness in Midnight's Inquisition. There is no mercy in Midnight's Inquisition.
I say you should go to the Vatican and steal that executioner garb that they have.
We have to get the one true Pope in office first.
I know. And who is the one true Pope, everyone?
Vigano for Pope. Carlo Maria Vigano.
His Holiness Carlo Maria Vigano.
All right, let's see what this is. Look at this fucking guy. Nice mask, faggot. Speaking of masks, I had to wear a mask the other day.
Ew, why?
Yeah. So my car, a couple of nights ago, I'm driving to work, and it powered down, like it stopped, like it was the Death Star powering down. It just did one of those. Yeah. The electric stayed on, but the combustion system just did exactly that. I got it off the road. I had to get it fucking towed. This is at like 1 a.m. And it turned out that the fuel pump died. So the
What?
next, yeah, the fuel pump died. That cost me about $200 for the tow, and then about $500 to fucking have my fuel pump replaced. So $700 gone in a day, gone. And so I'm driving back from work the next day. The mechanic fixed it remarkably quick. The mechanic was great. So I'm driving back, and all of a sudden, I think I have like just under a third of a tank of gas. And all of a sudden, it does the same fucking thing on one of those like smaller highways, like a route, not a highway. So I get it over the side. I call the mechanic. I'm like, bro, you just replaced my fuel pump yesterday, but it just did the same thing, and I'm kind of fucked. And he's like, listen, get an Uber, go fill a jerry can with gas, put that in your gas tank, and if it doesn't start, call me. So I did that, and it started. So what turns out to have been the problem, so I had to wear the mask to do the Uber. I didn't even know I had one in the car. It was left over from the last guy that owns it. It's probably 3 years old. What happened was when I bought the car, it has a misfunctioning gas gauge, but I didn't know. So I was probably driving that thing on fumes a lot, which made the fuel pump shit the bed. So now I have to fucking essentially measure how much gas is in my car by watching the odometer. I have to pay attention to my mileage to figure out whether or not I need to buy gas, which is monumentally frustrating, but car ownership sucks. I like my car.
Yeah. I remember with my first car, I had problems with the transmission. Like I drive, and then suddenly my car started making a grinding noise and slowed down.
Was your car automatic?
Yeah, it was a 2004 Dodge Neon SXT.
Those Neons were nice little cars for like.
I know. I love the Black Betty. But until one day I found out that the whole underside was rusted out, and basically one of my tires was being held on by a really thin strip of rusted metal.
How much did you pay for your car?
I think $2,500.
Not bad. I won't say what car I have, what model I have, but it's renowned for its reliability. So I'm happy with my car. I just wish I knew that the gas gauge wasn't working, so I didn't drive the fucking fuel pump into the ground. That was a pain in the balls. That was a $700 pain in the balls.
For curiosity, it's a Volkswagen Beetle, Volkswagen sedan.
Say that again?
The Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah. You drive a Volkswagen?
Yeah. My dad used to have one. My dad used to have one. It was his first car.
That's fucking hilarious. Your dad's name isn't Augusto, is it?
Caesar.
Oh, okay. Close enough. Close enough.
Cesar. Ooh, Cesar Videla.
Let's see what this faggot's saying.
Yourself. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. We don't want you here in D.C. Keep coming around. Fuck around and find out.
Do you feel like
fuck you?
You represent a group of
fuck
people
you.
who don't believe
fuck
in America?
You.
Bro, you don't even know what fuck around and find out means. But I'd love to show you. We don't want you here. Who the fuck are you? Do you know what country you're in? No one has to want anyone anywhere.
How much do you want to bet he fails an early life check if he has a Wikipedia page?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. It's amazing these people that think that they can say we and then tell you what to do. I don't give a fuck what you or any one of your faggot friends wants, man. Just hit me, dude. Just hit me. Just hit me, and then I can deal with you. Just hit me, okay? Just once. Anywhere you want, man. I'm not worried about your shot. Just go right ahead. Anywhere you want. I'll fucking make you bite the curb.
Really angry.
It would make sense that he's a tiny hat, considering how much he hates the working class, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is.
mean, there are tiny hats who are working class, but they're starting to get few and far between these days.
There are, and I've known some, but a lot of times they're sort of like union entryist positions, where they're there to hold down the industry for the entryism purpose. The vast majority of them fucking hate the working class, because the working class are the Shabbos goys that think they're equal, or maybe they're the goys that aren't Shabbos enough.
Guess what?
We love you. God bless you. God bless you.
You're a fucking asshole.
God bless America. God bless you.
You guys are idiots.
I wish you have a
You're
great
fucking
God
idiots.
bless.
You don't even know.
God.
See, the thing to do with this guy isn't they're doing it wrong. What they need is
just name in the fucking balls in his circumcised dick.
Nope, not even that. Not even that. You just get 4 Cletuses to surround him with their hands in their pockets and stare him down. Don't even say anything. You just stare him down and you surround him. You give him an exit, because otherwise it could be you could get arrested for illegal what's the word? Detention.
Yeah.
You just get 4 Cletuses to get right up on him and stare him the fuck down. You don't say anything.
Those are the truckers that are in Washington.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You saw
I don't even have fucking 4 brain cells.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, go fuck
I
yourself.
understand.
Keep telling yourself you're doing this.
I understand. We're doing it for
fucking
everybody,
little
for the children, for everybody.
Why are you so upset with
Yeah.
There's no point in exchanging words with someone like this, because he doesn't use words to describe. He uses them to manipulate. So you just fucking stare him down. That's all you do.
By the way, Midnight, you saw the Salty Crocker video about the truckers?
No, I haven't watched that yet. I have it like queued up to watch later. What's the good part?
Well, the police blocked the access to Washington in order to avoid the truckers to enter the city. But still, they blocked the access to the city. So they are practically doing the job of the truckers.
Always get your enemy to do your work for you. Good job. Good job, truckers.
love. It seems like there's a lot of love here, but you don't like love.
You're a bunch of fucking babies. You're racist pieces of shit.
Oh, so much anger, man.
If they're the babies, why are you the one having the tantrum?
You're about to get run over in traffic, sir. We don't want to see that happen.
Guess what? Keep coming back.
Sir, there's traffic coming. We don't want to see you get run over.
I hope that you get some help and you become happy, because that's what America's about.
We need to go.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you too!
Have a nice day, sir. I hope your day gets better.
Yo, fuck yourself.
I like America and I like freedom.
No, you
I'm
don't.
sorry,
You're
you
fucking
don't.
babies. You guys are fucking babies. You think we're asking you to fucking storm the beaches of Normandy? We're fucking nasty. You're the fucking...
See, again.
Dude, he talks about storming the beaches of Normandy when probably his father or grandfather probably stayed behind cowering in New York saying, "Oh gosh, are you hearing about the 4 guerrillion? Thank God I don't have to go over there."
They played it wrong. The answer is to just fucking Frankenstein walk on this guy and stare him down. That's it. Like you don't want to argue with him because he thinks he's smarter than you, so it's not going to put the fear of God into him. But you Frankenstein walk up on this motherfucker with nothing to say and you just stare him down, he'll shit his pants.
Mm-hmm.
I may or may not know that first person.
No, I'm not. You're a fucking idiot. No, yes, I do understand what America's about. You don't fucking get to tell people what America's about. You think you're the people?
Freedom.
No.
You don't get to tell people in America that, yet you've been telling these people where they can and can't go. This is an oligarch talking. This man thinks he's an oligarch, and he thinks that the working class belong to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're a bunch of fucking fascist, racist assholes.
And you have to have
That's not freedom. Freedom without responsibility is fucking childish bullshit. That's what you don't understand.
That's a nonsense phrase.
You have a great day. I'm going to go to my
fuck you. Fuck you.
Say it louder.
Fuck you too.
I don't know why, but he kind of reminds me of that other video of some Jewish guy flipping out about a guy playing a trumpet.
Yeah.
And how it's not real music or something, some shit like that. That was hilarious.
They do that a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Have you noticed how much they have these little tantrums? They're never going to make it physical because they know what happens when they do.
It's my infinite rage because my stock options are down and my wife keeps spending all my money.
Because his wife spends all his money and doesn't suck his dick.
The wife keeps banging black bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why he has a need for Epstein's services.
I got a vasectomy, but it just changes the color of my kids. Oy vey.
Okay. I remember this. Oh, Jesus. This a threat of the... No, okay. My name is Kathy Shelton. When I was 12 years old, I was brutally raped by a man, which put me in a coma for 5 days and destroyed my fertility. Could you describe the man? His lawyer accused me of seeking older men and laughed at me in the courtroom and saved my rapist from jail. His lawyer's name was Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
Woman has no soul. Now, Hillary Clinton has no soul.
No shit.
I mean, she probably does remember. It's just that he just brutalized her into a coma.
Yeah. Let's see. Libs of TikTok. All right, exclusive. And this is absolutely heart-wrenching. Too many stories like this. It has to stop. Exclusive. I knew the hormones wouldn't work. Why did they play with her life? Bereaved mom blames LA County for her teenage daughter's suicide, claiming school pushed her to transition to a male instead of properly treating her depression. No, Mom, this is you failing. You failed, Mom. You failed. You knew they didn't work, and you still let her do it. You failed.
Yeah, she should have get her out of that school.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone is going to do this type of stuff to your kid, be willing to get a fucking shotgun and handle it to the end.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm a troon too, and this is not the way.
Well, troon or not, this was a kid.
Yeah.
Adults.
That's why the title that's why the little tag I sent with this tweet was "Trooning kids has a predictable outcome."
Yeah.
Isn't this what DeSantis is fighting for in Florida?
Yep.
This is exactly what DeSantis is fighting for in Florida. No adults wanted to. Well, how am I trying to put this? Anyone who said don't do this got called a bigot and ostracized. I guarantee you people tried to help and they were pushed away. And the mother is absolutely responsible for this. You let the school do this to your daughter.
Yeah, because I bet when she heard that I don't know about the mom's thinking. She seems pretty normal, but I bet when they said that her daughter is trans, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be a trans mom. I'm gonna get so much good girl points."
Or she could have just been quiet, or she could have just taken a battered wife approach to it. Either way, what she didn't do is get a shotgun and handle it. If anyone's doing this to your kid, handle it. Anyone, handle it. Do the bid. You know what happens when you go to jail? You become the favorite on the cell block, and everybody leaves you the fuck alone.
Mm-hmm. Man, there was a bunch of troon stuff going on.
Oh, you're gonna have some choices.
Going on
Like
where?
There was one in Colorado where one troon murdered the mother of another troon. There was a troon murderer in New York who was literally found with like body parts scattered throughout his apartment. And they previously let him off for doing another murder.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me hard.
Yeah. You know, a word of advice for all the half-finished troons out there. Buffalo Bill wasn't supposed to be an inspiration.
Buffalo Bill wasn't an idol. Buffalo Bill wasn't your role model. You know they protested that movie when it came out?
Yeah. Well,
they protested it saying that it was an unrealistic depiction. Kind of weird how realistic of a depiction it turned out to be, huh?
Yeah.
Whew.
Shane Canales is not here because he will agree that Buffalo Bill was the role model for Chloe Handler.
Oh. Again, adult stuff for adults. I don't care what adults do, but leave kids out of it, man. I'm sick of it. I'm beyond sick of it at this point. Oh, Civil War comes soon enough.
As I said, speaking of fat, greasy bastards, I'm trying to get him on, but he's still probably stuffing his food hole.
He's looking at his telegram and he's like, fuck those gringos.
Fuck that Mexican.
He's like, I am original Mexican. Fuck you.
We conquered you.
I am Mexican Prime.
I am Mexican Prime.
Let's see. Oh, God. This is something I don't want to fucking have anything to do with. Ontario to roll out digital ID later this year. They have this thing in the States called Real ID, and I absolutely will not get one. They're trying to push it with your driver's license. We all know what that is.
And yet, you don't have voters ID.
If you live in Ontario, you're going to have some choices here because Ontario's digital IDs will be launching later this year. The new government-issued IDs will live entirely on your device. So the good news is if you hate going to Service Ontario, which is always a pleasant experience in normal times, you don't have to go because you can just renew
I don't want
way.
your
But then
shit
again,
on my
everything's on
device.
your phone, so if you're paranoid like Dina and I, it's an issue. But just the latest, you can use your digital ID to check in for virtual medical appointments.
The beginning of this was all with these large corporations insisting that you have their fucking HR apps on your device. When I worked for the big corporation that I worked for, the big bank, one that you've seen all the time, they had this program. I forget what it was called, but it was like, I never got it. I just said, nope, can't get it. Nope, can't get it. And I just strung them along on it. But all these corporations have this like, oh, it was called Good. It was called Good, right? And what a fucking Orwellian name for your fucking tracking your employees app. And I knew that it was for tracking employees. And I'm like, nah, I'm not. You're not tracking me on my device. It's not your fucking property. If you want me to have your app on a device, then you will buy me a device and you will pay the bill for it. But They've normalized that in corporate America. So if you work for a large corporation, you have to have their fucking apps on your device. And what are they going to do with it? They're going to track you with it.
Yep.
That normalizes that so that this can make headway.
No, and also something else that comes to my mind. What will happen if, for example, one day a hacker gets into that and fucks up your entire history?
I mean, didn't that happen in Brazil where they erased like all the COVID pass data there?
Yeah, exactly.
Be more of that. That's actually good. I'm happy that happens.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
The problem also is that when you rely too much on technology, it works against you sooner or later. Look what happened to toy animation. I don't know if you heard about that.
Look what happened. Ooh, look what happened to what?
Toy animation.
Okay.
They got hacked, and they had to stop the transmission of several of their animes.
What did the hackers do? Did they take stuff? Did they delete stuff? Did
they got into the main database.
Like their HR database?
I guess because they haven't been able to broadcast their usual schedule. For example, animes like One Piece or Digimon had not been broadcasted since 1 or 2 weeks.
Wait, did they lock them out of their own library?
I guess.
Oh, that's interesting. That's funny, too.
Apply for government assistance like CERB, EI, access vaccination records, which a lot of people might be doing over the next 12 months. You can also open a bank account. You can use it to obtain birth, marriage, and death certificates, says the government. So there's, listen, if you can't get to a Service Ontario, if you can't stand in that.
None of these people were using technology like this in the 90s. So they don't understand what's happening. Like they think that this is all to help. But back in the day, it was so bare bones that you could easily see how it could be good or bad, So you knew to ring fence yourself against its potential disastrous effects. By the time everybody else was on the internet, I already normaled to never using my own name on the internet,
Yeah, me too.
This isn't the first fake identity I've had. In fact, any time that I've like used any, I don't know, just say message board of any kind, like every time I have done any sort of posting, a login would last like a week or a month at most, not very long, because of this type of stuff.
Yeah, in my case, I have a different username in all the different places I have been logging.
Yeah, absolutely. I would even say like multiple different usernames per place. That was just normal back in the day. That was just normal. You didn't fucking roll around giving people any way to find you. You want to argue about anime? Okay, you make your fucking I'm arguing about anime account. You want to argue about music? You go to another forum and you make your arguing about music account. You don't want those two things linked. But these people are the attention and validation narcissists who need to like get everything routed to their own supply of attention and validation. So they were easily manipulated.
And now that you mention it, that's how people find out about Linkara having a fetish towards the green M&M.
Right, because he had his Linkara fetish thing, and then he had his Linkara whatever site thing.
Yeah,
right?
He uses the same username in every forum.
Yeah.
And that's how people found him.
You don't ever want to do that. You don't even want to use the same name for a single forum. Be invisible on the internet.
I never disclose private information.
There's a Midnight in Exile presence here, but this is nowhere near all that I do, and this is nowhere near like the entirety of my persona. This is for what we do here. That's it. I invented this persona for this. And when this is done, it will go bye-bye with it.
Line and wait for all your stuff. There's some real benefits to this. No way am I having that much personal information on my phone. I'm not doing it.
It's terrible.
Comfortable with it.
Well, I mean, At least he said that. You don't want that. You don't want your data trail consolidated. You want it as distributed as you possibly could get. Oh God, fuck you, Arnold. Do I want to watch this? Am I gonna get mad?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I've learned a long time ago that this Arnold is divorced from well, let me say that the real Arnold Schwarzenegger died in like the 90s.
No, the real Arnold is appearing with El Bananero.
Yep.
They cloned him after Terminator 2.
No, they cloned him on the 6th day.
You know what? I was fucking. That's what I shoot. That was the better joke, man.
For sharing your time with me. I'm sending this message through various different channels to reach my dear Russian friends and the Russian soldiers serving in Ukraine. I'm speaking to you today because there are things that are going on in the world that are being kept from you. Terrible.
You are an actor reading lines. You don't know anything.
Things that you should know about. But before I talk about the harsh realities, let me just tell you about the Russian who became my hero.
That California patch is weird. That jacket is weird.
In 1961, when I was 14 years old, a very good friend of mine invited me to come to Vienna and to watch the World Weightlifting Championships. I was in the audience when Yuri Petrovich Vlasov won the World Championship title, becoming the first human being to lift 200 kilograms over his head. Somehow a friend of mine got me backstage. All of a sudden, there I was, a 14-year-old boy standing in front of the...
Are we hearing the story of how Arnold Schwarzenegger got diddled?
Let's keep rolling.
Oh boy.
The strongest man in the world. I couldn't believe it. He reached out to shake my hand. I mean, I still had a boy's hand. He had this powerful man's hand
I bet
that
you
swallowed
still
mine,
have a boy's
but
hand.
he was kind. And he smiled. I would never forget that day. Never. I went home and I put his photo above my bed to inspire me when I started lifting weights.
Arnold.
My father
Okay,
told me,
also
found that picture.
let me give props to the Russian guy who's wearing like the old style thick rimmed nerd glasses. Kind of reminds me of Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
And a German and Austrian hero. He got really angry and we argued back and forth. He didn't like Russians because of his experience in the Second World War. You see, he was injured at Leningrad, but the Nazi army that he was part of did vicious harm to the great city and to its brave people.
He admits it.
Photograph down? No, because it didn't matter to me what flag Yuri Vlasov carried.
Wait, did Schwarzenegger just admit that his father was a Nazi?
Basically, but he was probably like, oh, he wasn't part of the actual Nazis that killed the Jews. He was just conscripted because he was part of because it was his duty.
I don't dismiss that argument, by the way. Okay, that's okay. You kind of didn't have a choice at that point in time in that place, so it's understandable. But did you just admit that your father was a Nazi soldier?
He didn't join the party. He just was in the army, the Nazi army.
How many gold teeth, how many Jewish gold teeth comprise your family's fortune? That's weird. Has he ever admitted that before?
There was rumors, and I guess he probably downplayed them.
All right.
My connections to Russia didn't stop there, by the way.
Austrians are fucking weirdos, by the way. And I say this having done business with them. They are fucking weirdos.
Oh, it actually deepened when I traveled there with bodybuilding and for my movies and met all my Russian fans. And on one of those trips, I remember I met Yuri Vlasev once again. It was in Moscow during the filming of Red Heat, which was the first American movie allowed to film in Red Square. He and I spent the whole day together. He was so thoughtful, so kind, and so smart, and of course, very giving. He gave me this beautiful blue coffee cup. And ever since then, I've been drinking my coffee out of every morning.
You haven't been drinking your coffee out of that every morning. Don't fucking lie.
Also,
So the reason I'm telling you all.
Did you see how jacked that Yuri guy was still?
Yeah, he's like a full head and shoulders taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger was in that picture.
Yeah, and he had a kick-ass beard too.
He looked like the fucking steroid professor.
Yeah.
Isn't that movie Red Heat when Arnold says cocaine?
Say that again.
That in that movie is when Arnold says cocaine.
Say it one more time.
Cocaine.
You know, if we had some fat, greasy Spanish autist who loves film on here, maybe he could set the record straight, but I guess not.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That ever since I was 14 years old, I've had nothing but affections and respect for the people of Russia. The strength and the heart of the Russian people have always inspired me. And that is why I hope that you will let me tell you the truth about the war in Ukraine and what is happening there. No one likes to hear something critical of the government. I understand that. But as a longtime friend of the Russian people, I hope that you will hear what I have to say. And may I remind you that I speak with the same heartfelt concern as I spoke to the American people when there was an attempted insurrection on January 6th.
No, geez.
Oh, you were doing so good up to that point.
Here's the thing. How much you want to bet there's Soros and Schwab money in his production budgets? And probably has been since the 90s.
It's inevitable.
I think Soros shoved money in his butt, but okay.
Yeah.
6th last year, when a wild crowd was storming the US Capitol, trying to overthrow our government.
That is not what happened.
See, there are moments like this that are so wrong, and then we have to speak up. This is exactly the same with your government. I know that your government.
I'm not listening to any more of this fucking faggot.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I see Omega has a link for us. That was fast, by the way. That was extremely fast. Man, it's sad. It's sad. It's just sad to see Arnold Schwarzenegger go this way.
That's why I'm just gonna have like his career up until the 90s, and then maybe the Expendables movie he was in.
All right.
Cocainum.
I remember that. That is no way to transport blow, my friend. You want to tight in a fucking airtight sealed plastic wrap. You do not want to just have it loose in your fake leg. It'll get moist, it'll deteriorate, it'll break down.
Добрий вечір всім. Зазвичай в такі дні ми говорили, прийшла весна.
I don't know what's doing that.
А зараз говоримо, війна прийшла.
Oh,
is that Zelensky? Hey, don't forget about me, Zelensky. Remember the 6 gazillion Ukrainians dying every day from the Russian missiles?
He's so obviously trying to do Hugh Jackman's voice.
Yeah.
Like he's trying really hard to play Hugh Jackman, I think.
Or maybe he's trying real hard for when they do the inevitable biopic Hugh Jackman plays him.
Dear God, please don't let that happen.
Oh no,
Please
I
don't
did.
let that happen.
No, they'll probably pick a more esteemed actor like Idris Elba, a more culturally sensitive actor.
Okay, please let that happen, because that'll be the quiet part said really loud. We got a disclosed TV link.
Here.
I think he's a worker. Will you be meeting with us?
On what grounds do you think he's a war criminal? Because invading another country doesn't make you a war criminal. So on what grounds, if invading a country made you a war criminal, every president in my entire life except Jimmy Carter would be a war criminal. So I would, and this is the thing about these people. When you ask them that question, they don't have an answer. They just fucking have a tantrum.
Yeah.
They never tell you.
And don't forget, Biden is basically a demented, rotten potato. So
Well, this is interesting. Speaking of Hunter's laptop, this is interesting. There we go.
So we established a new civil rights cause of action for those whose intimate images were shared on the public screen.
Oh, he's talking
How
about
many
Hunter.
times have you heard? I bet everybody knows somebody somewhere along the line that in an intimate relationship, what happened was the guy takes a revealing picture of his naked friend or whatever in a compromising position.
Oh, you know, everybody has a crackhead son that they raped into addiction that just ended up fucking hookers that took pictures of it, right? Everybody has a crackhead son that they raped into addiction, right?
I mean, there's a difference between taking picture of your buddy flashing his ass at you versus revenge porn versus whatever Hunter Biden did.
Versus your crackhead son taking the pictures in himself and then uploading them to Pornhub, which is what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hunter Biden uploaded his own fucking naked pictures to the internet because he's a crackhead. And
A literal crackhead.
Just like Preston Poulter.
Do you think that Preston Poulter is a crackhead?
Why I should not think that?
I don't know, because you add crackhead to that, it changes the story a little bit. What stupid thing did he just did something really stupid, didn't he? What did he do?
He allowed himself to get dildos in his ass.
Yeah.
What?
He likes his wife sticking dildos up his ass.
No, we know about that. But didn't he just within the last month or so do something like that that modified the stupidity?
He's still going after Ethan on a lawsuit.
Oh, that's what it is.
But Ethan pretty much got his case discarded by the judge.
That guy is oh wait, no. He got tied to going after minors.
Oh yeah. A guy who works with him called John Lamont made a comic with 3D models that look realistic. But those characters were underage apparently.
Yeah. And if you look the logo for his Pocket Jack Comics thing, isn't that a dude wearing a trench coat doing a flash?
No.
Hang on a second. I think it is.
I remember it has poker chips or something like that.
Mm-mm. Hang on.
I don't even really know because I try to stay out of that stupid drama.
No, I'm also not involved in it, but I read the Kiwi Farms, and that's how I learn about everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, then again, I do have to admit, sometimes you do pull me in. Like if someone thinks that I'm Canales, and then I have to defend myself.
This logo that I'm seeing here is new. He had a logo before that I swear I remember it being like a dude with wearing a trench coat, flashing it open. That guy's retarded. I think that guy's clinically retarded. There's something like he almost acts like he's got a traumatic brain injury. Hello, Tucker. Everyone say hello to
Tucker, our old friend.
Hello.
Every decent American is horrified by the atrocities underway in Ukraine. Of course, that's not the question. The question is, how do you respond? Because keep in mind, Russia, however bad its leaders may be, has thousands of nuclear weapons aimed at the United States, and you wouldn't want those to go off and kill everyone here, of course. So you need steady, wise leaders to make certain that doesn't happen. But instead, we have Nancy Pelosi. Have you?
These people all have the fantasy that they can win every altercation.
Yeah. Also, on the sorry, I was going to say on the point of nukes being pointed at the U.S. I wouldn't mind an accidental firing toward like Seattle, Portland, Oregon, or Los Angeles.
You know, do we really need L.A.? I say let them have L.A. Do what you want with it, guys. You ever have that kid like walking around when you're in school and they're acting tough all the time, but everybody knows they're not tough, and then one day they swing at you and you just beat the shit out of them? That's the left. They think that they're tough because they've been walking around talking like they're tough without getting their ass kicked for so long, and now it's just like, okay, let's do this. Let's get this civil war going.
Antifa's a good example.
Antifa's a great example.
Yep.
Do you see Nancy Pelosi speak recently? You probably haven't. Well, here she is.
Myself, when I see those tanks, that 40 miles of tanks, I'd like to take out those tanks. I mean, I think that
Yeah, you'd like to take out those tanks, Nancy?
I'll pay to see her try.
Oh, God. I would pay good money to see
that. Them having more planes might be useful.
She has no idea what real fucking altercation is like. This woman has...
How much do you want to... Yeah. How much do you want to bet that water glass on her desk, the podium, is actually straight vodka?
I'd believe it. Ugh.
But that I'm not a military strategist. We hope that we will be able to get up to a place. I hope. You asked me how. I hope that we can get to a place where the MiGs, which are the kinds of planes they've been trained on, can go to Ukraine.
She's loaded, man. I know, because I've been loaded a bunch of times. She's loaded.
16s, especially if we have an excess of them, can backfill for Poland.
She's talking as coherently as I was the night that I tried to pick up 3 French girls in one go. Hey, it almost worked, too. It almost worked. It almost worked.
She'd like to take out some tanks. Let's let some competent people show.
She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. This is why it's a bad idea to have leadership in government that isn't military, that isn't ex-military. Because at least they know what war is.
Yeah, like Tulsi Gabbard.
Man, she's not it. She's not it. She's still a commie and she's still a gun grabber. She's not it, but I do have a position.
I know Mitt the Shit tried to accuse her of treason.
Fucking retard.
Yep.
He's an idiot.
His binder's full of women.
I bet you he's who Rife from Snow Crash was based on.
I'm the proof when I'm in the booth, spitting on the mic. Anti-vax. Putin hates all of them blacks. Putin is a bad racist. Put him in the ground, white or brown. And I'm in plain old town. And you know you just got found. I'm a pimp.
What the fuck is this? Why is...
I have no idea. I just saw this and I'm like, oh man, this would be great for the show.
Is real or is a montage?
No, this is real. This guy needs his head caved in with a baseball bat.
On a blimp. Unless a steak is shrimp. No, you can't stop my shine. I'm number.
Do you know how hard I'd want to fucking hit this guy for doing this into my...
How bad?
Dude, I might actually be throwing things at him from the booth. What
As
the
I said, I chose this because this.
99, and you know I'm grand and shine.
He isn't even saying it.
One more time, I'm teaching class. This is your whole...
If you think about it, this is fucking racist as shit, by the way. This is like a total Sambo act.
I know, but man, how would you feel being a member?
I'd already beating the... If I was on this board, I'd already be beating the shit out of this guy.
Yeah. And where's this? And it looks like Plano, Texas.
Yeah. It would absolutely be worth it. Whatever the fallout is from doing that would absolutely... Like, let's see. Right here, that's probably like a dialer or a timer. Where's it there? Like, you could hit him with a chair. You could smash him in the fucking head with this dialer thing. You might be able to pull something off with this screen. There are weapons around here. Like, there's plenty of shit. This man needs abused. He needs assaulted.
You could grab him by the neck and throw him into the guardrail.
Well, you do that after you stun him. You get him, you hit him good in the head with something, and then he's stunned, and then you can fucking choke slam him like into this corner right here. This is a good corner. You slam him right into that, he's gonna get hurt.
Or you take off your shoes and throw it at them.
Oh yeah. I wear
Dude,
construction.
I wonder if one of the chicks sitting there has like a stiletto heel that she can drive in his eyeball.
Pock his skull like it was fucking Edward James Olmos's face.
Zelensky is a VIP. Ukraine, and I go insane.
Oh
Put
God, look at in the back. She's trying so hard not to laugh.
In the back.
She's like, oh my God.
This should...
I mustn't laugh. I mustn't laugh.
No one should be like abiding, but this guy should be getting his ass kicked. This is the type of thing that should get your ass kicked. This is terrible.
Brain, you know that is the plan. I'm a Zelensky stan. I love you, Vladimir Zelensky.
I can't listen to this anymore. I want to kill this guy. Like, I legit want to remove him from the human race. Because he's so vapid. He's just like, he's like repeating talking points to a beat in this really, and I really mean it, in this really fucking like racist Sambo type act that he's doing. And that is the comedy world. That is the comedy world. Vapid idiots repeating talking points in single dimensional caricaturizations of popular trope ethnicities, meaning black people or Hispanics or Asians. I hate this guy. And I want to hurt him.
Also, I bet I could rap better than him.
Who?
I can rap better than this guy.
How long do you need to write a verse?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe like I don't know. It depends on where we're going.
I wouldn't mind having you like. I'll be able to get the beat somehow, given all the fucking free time I have right now. And I wouldn't mind doing an A/B.
Well, basically, what I can do is I could probably rattle off like a line from the Humpty Dance.
Oh well, that's not what I'm talking about. All right, it's time for a white pill, and then I have to fucking go because I am legit falling asleep sitting here. Not because it's boring, but because I'm fucking exhausted.
I know.
I hate having a job. I mean, I don't hate having a job. My job's fine, but holy shit, do I not have time for anything else right now? All right, I like dogs. Snacks for dogs. Presents for dogs.
Look how happy he is.
This is how I'm gonna feel after I eat and drink that steak and beer that I got myself.
Oh, nice.
All right, that's a pretty good white pill.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Awful Goodness, episode number 39. I know some shit going on. What are you guys up to this week?
Well, aside from going to Bond's little concert thingy, not much. Aside from working and taking care of my little Mewish overlord.
Mega, you got a lot of commissions going on. Is that true?
Yeah, but I have to put them on hold because I had to set up the new PC.
How much longer do you think it's going to take you to set up the PC?
I hope that no more than a week.
Damn. Really?
I have a shit ton of software to install.
Oh, yeah, right.
I have to back up.
That's true. That's a pain in the balls.
Yeah.
We might be able to do another show the first week of April because I'm house sitting.
Okay.
So maybe the first week of April, and then after that, actually, I'm getting 2 hours of my day back, so I'll probably be able to do something a little bit more often than I am right now. Other than that, thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you everybody listening on the replay. Canales, you're a fat fuck. Have a nice night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.